Andy, did you learn more last week in a tight game than you might in a game which you win by 30, 40 points?
Oh, we're pleased to get through the game. So that was the important part, is that we ended up winning the game. As coaches, we review it, and what it highlights is there's a lot of work for us to do. And I think that's the key part here, is that we can't perform like that each week. And Nottingham scrambled well. They fought really hard. They slowed our ball down. They scored 3 mauls through our ill discipline to give the penalties away, and then the execution of the maul that they affected on us. But we can't. There's a lot of improvements that we have to make, and I think that's the focus that we're having on is how we make those improvements.
From a professional point of view, though, it's good that you can find a way to win in a match like that.
It's always important to find a way to win. Yeah. And I was involved in a team that, as a player, that would probably play like that quite often, but would always end up winning. And I think, yes, it's great to have the mindset and the temperament to be able to win the game in that way, because the second half performance was really pleasing. Although still inaccurate at times, the control that we took over the game was very, very good.
You tend to watch matches from either the gantry at home games or in the stand at away games. Do you do that because you can get a better view of what's going on rather than being on the touchline?
Yeah, it's important to be able to see the space and to be able to give the information to the players around the way that the opposition are attacking or defending. So we're trying to supply a bird's eye view for the players and try and help them to be able to see it at ground level.
And you can still have the influence while the game is running because you've got Matt and John on the touchline for you.
We don't give too many messages, but it's important to get the right messages across. If there's something that we believe is not being said, then it's important that it gets said. But there's ongoing discussions with Matt and Sean, who are on the mics, around the way the game is being played and what is available for us.
Speaking to Ben earlier, he was saying that this has been a lighter week training-wise because you balance your blocks. What will you do, given that you've given the players 3 days off this week between now and Sunday?
Well, we've trained today, and we've got a training session on Saturday. And for the players, it's being able to mentally prepare for this game. The season's a long season, and it's vital that we can't do the same each week. We've got to mix up our weeks, and sometimes you have lighter weeks, but the expectation is on the performance, and the guys have got to be able to perform. That's no disrespect to Plymouth, that we trained really hard going into the Plymouth game, but unfortunately got called off. So there's that loading that has been on the players, and this week is taking off that loading a little bit and enabling them to get out and be fully loaded, ready for the game.
But mentally sharp, that's the key point from your perspective then?
Oh, without doubt. The Bedford game is now gone, the Nottingham game is now gone. It's vital that we're focusing on Plymouth. And if you think about the game that we had against Plymouth, it was a cracking game. It was end-to-end rugby, over 70 points scored, and a real test for us. And we found out a lot about ourselves, playing down there, in the way that we were able to come back, having been put to the sword in that first 20 minutes. It's where we are as a team, and you've got to accept that there's a lot of improvements that we have to make as a team, and we're a better side than the day when we played there. But we're still really working hard to build up our game. Last week's game we would have lost earlier on in the season, and that's shown some of the improvements that we've made. But there's a lot still for us to do in terms of being ready, if we make the playoffs, being ready to perform when we get there.
Do you think the top 4 is beginning to sort itself out now?
Well, there'll be 5 sides, so there'll be one side that will drop out, and that includes the top 4 that's there in London Scottish. So London Scottish has still got some great games to go, and you can see them, if they can keep their game going. They've got a number of try scorers in their side. They've been collecting 5 points regularly. So if they can get their game back on track, they will certainly be thereabouts at the end.
Would you like to get into the division after Saturday where the other teams have to catch you and that you're in the box seat then to try and get the home semi?
Well, it's another performance for us, and we're playing at home. We've had one defeat at home this year, and apart from that, we've been scoring bonus point tries. So we're looking to achieve that again in the manner that we go out and play the game and get our execution right. So we know that Plymouth will come here and move the ball as well. So again, it should be a cracking game, and we can only control ourselves. So we've got to pick up the points when they're there for us. If we do get into semi-finals, for your information, it's home and away anyhow, so it doesn't give us so it doesn't really affect it. But it's important that we're able to control ourselves and be in a position at the end of the season where we've made the playoffs.